Shit, these guys are already engaged in melee. Which, I mean, that is what it is.
Well, the enemy are trapped in bear claws. Like, now is the best time to attack. They can't really respond.
Yeah. Well, seeing that they're already fighting, I'm gonna step forward and I'm gonna make an attack again. I'm gonna follow it and make an attack against the skeleton in front of me.
They hit one. Do you want to target the one that's been hit already?
Can I reach him from here?
This one right here was the one that was hit.
Then yes, I will happily follow in.
Get some.
Which,
Round 6, Evelyn swings her weapon.
Not one hype!
That would be tragic. Oh! That is enough. That one gets smashed to pieces.
You're using a short sword?
Yeah, like I said, I engraved a short sword and have a shield.
Ah, going defensive. Okay.
I mean, it doesn't do any good for me to waddle around with a greatsword when I can't even hit stuff.
I mean, that's true. You're not a dwarf, so size doesn't matter.
All right, well, I made a weapon attack. I did 2 actions to move. I guess I'll stay here for the moment. I'll have to see how the enemy respond and what they do.
One moves up to engage you because he's able to. And he rolls a 2. The fight on the eastern gate. Ooh. One of the guards that went down was force-fed a potion and got back up. And as he was getting back up, the skeleton near him just stabs him through the head, so he stays down permanently. This squad in the south is getting wailed on, and they look like their morale is starting to break. Their dudes are getting torn up. The north side is still waiting. This barricade is about to give now. Skeletons are starting to try to stab their swords through to hit the guards.
They're the death cop of Redcliffe. They do not fear death, they welcome it.
The sides down here, they have been wailing on the gates or on the walls trying to tear through it. The wood is starting to splinter and give. Nicola, you can see that this side, although the wall is holding, it looks like there's about to be extensions to the wall shortly.
Drastov, they're starting to break through the walls.
He's so motivated.
Yeah.
We need to kind of start pulling back a little. Just a quick question. If I were to move to, like, just here, would that give me any more cover from any fire and stuff like that, like shots? The other side.
If you were to go to this side of the roof and like lay on your belly, you would gain partial cover, yes.
Right. Now, what do I do? I take another shot at the. No. Yeah, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna move back 1 here, and I'm going to shoot a ray of frost towards the mage to try and hit them and slow them down.
Show you something.
And that should be me.
A 16? That does hit. He will try to resist it.
Resist? Does he have counterspell?
He will take the damage. Nicola lets go of the electricity in her hand and instead starts to move her fingertips until the air cools, and her hand turns almost blue, and she points one finger at the mage, and a streak of water fires out, hits him, and then suddenly flash freezes on his body. You good?
Mhm.
The mage just got shot and is aware that there's a hostile mage now.
Yeet,
He
yeet.
flies on over here. He's gonna. What is he gonna do?
Magic missile, because you can never go wrong with magic missile.
Oh, this will be fun. He sees what's going on. He's gonna fly over here, and he starts to wave his wand, and everyone around him sees that the air starts to turn almost black, like there's a cloud around him. And as he finishes what he's doing, he leans back and he pushes that cloud towards the town square. And as it hits the air, it spreads. And let's see, do they pass?
Oh
Fail,
God, is he cloud killing at level?
fail, pass, pass. The two squads of militia up here, the ones to the north, are suddenly wetting themselves in terror and are dropping their weapons and fleeing.
Guy has AoE fear? Oh God,
Fear.
that's a level 9. That's a level 9 mage? Bullshit.
He's not a level 9 mage,
I mean,
but they have
that's
special
AoE
effects.
fear?
They have special spells.
Oh yeah, special GM spells, I got you.
Lucius,
Special bullshit.
sorry about it.
Okay.
If you're watching one of your militia teams, run away screaming in terror. They just bolt past you.
That's not
That's not
good at all. We're gonna have to answer to that. So,
Oh, look, here he is.
yep. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna throw some bottled lightning at him, make him flat-footed, hopefully.
Ooh. Yeah, that'll hit.
Excellent. So 7 damage, or excuse me, adding in the splash because he's the only one there. I'll focus him down with my bomber specialty. So 10 electricity damage,
Yeah, that
And he
shucks
is-
him up good.
and he's going to be flat-footed until the start of my next turn. And now that I've got that, fuck it, we're going to go for broke here because this guy's definitely a threat. I'm going to use my second attack to throw an alchemist fire at him. 16 hit.
Yes, it does.
Excellent.
His AC is not very high.
So 9
Ooh.
fire damage and 2 persistent fire.
He is on fire. His robes start to catch flame.
And just as a free action, I'm just going to shout out, "Magic user!"
Dressed up.
Right, magic user. Now that I've been made aware of that, I am going to tell the guards to disengage. Get back towards the town square. I will grab the barrel and wait here until they're around me to blow the thing up.
Oh, God.
When they have the moment because they're busy engaged, they just kind of nod at you. Yes, sir.
Good. I'm going to walk back, grab the barrel, and get right back in here. Come, surround me. I have a pop fire resistant potion, and I will blow myself up, goddammit.
This is not what I thought was going to happen with my boom.
Well, this is what's happening now. It'll be glorious.
Dress stuff, man, you're insane.
It's my fucking job.
And I
I
like
dwarf
it.
with a martyr complex.
So, what are you doing? Go over that again. Did I hear this right?
I just
Okay.
typed in BRB in the chat. He said he's going to walk back, grab the barrel, and then walk back up to where he is right now.
Well, that does provoke attacks of opportunity, but I'm sure he doesn't care. So there's going to be 2 attacks on him. Miss and miss, so he's fine. Yoink! Oh, Morrigan, I just skipped her turn. Morrigan is going to move up, and she's going to slowly pick her way through some of the wreckage so she can be on this angle here. She starts to move her hands. As she does, the air starts to cool around her, and she throws her right hand forward and spreads her fingertips out, and each one, as it does, a big sheath of ice sweeps over the skeletons over here in front. Two of them get so encased in ice that they fall over and shatter. The militia, two of the squads are completely wetting themselves and are just continuing to scatter. The other two, now that they saw that their friends have broken ranks and have given in, are going to have to make more fear saves. One of them fails. One succeeds. So, this squad has now broken off and is running the fuck away. Alistair sees that everything is falling the fuck apart. It says, fuck it. It's doomed now. And just moves up and gets ready to fight and calls the militia next to him that are still here. Theo, you're up. Don't tell me Theo's gone too.
No, I've just muted him thinking.
So the militia have basically scattered. You could see that two of the militia squads are running and screaming and crying as they kind of come near your position, as they're just screaming around in panic.
Come on, Commissar, stab somebody and tell them to get the fuck away.
Do it. Do it.
See, I don't have intimidation. I'm trying to think of the best way to approach this diplomatically wise. I didn't fit Theo's character until now to have intimidation, so I'm trying to think of the best way to approach this diplomatically to allow me to use diplomacy instead of intimidation. Shit. So I'm going to say to Morrigan, can you hold this for 2 seconds, please?
Tell your men to get back.
How far back?
Away.
Death Corps of Redcliffe, follow me. And I'll get him.
Aye, sir.
Get him to follow me. I'm going to approach this militia group, and in the best diplomatic way I can possibly do, I'm going to look and address all of them. I'm going to say, either everyone's going to remember that you ran away, wetting yourselves, or people are going to remember that you stood up and acted like men, acted like warriors, and defended your city. How do you want to be remembered?
Ooh, that's a good thing to say. That's a great mix of intimidation and diplomacy. Let's get a diplo check. Come on, make it. That would be sweet. We're going to roll against the fear.
Should I use it?
They turn around and they realize that they're being a bunch of little pussies, and it's their families that are going to die if they do this. And they look at you and they nod their heads, they accept their shame, and they turn around and they look like they're going to go back towards the town square. Do you want them to stay here or go back?
See, Morrigan said get all my men back, so I'm going to also tell them to be on me, like follow me.
All right, they're attached to you. As you're leaving and you told Morrigan to, and she said, get everyone away. As you're about to leave, she looks at you and she has a lot of fear in her eyes. Come find me when this is over. Please.
You have my word. I will come find you.
All right. Is that all of it for you?
No, I mean, I take it. So movement, action, diplomacy, action. Theo is going to go up here. And his tingly sword's going to get all tingly. A mage just came in to the
The
side.
mage is airborne, so that you're aware.
Oh, dude,
He is flying.
there's rooftops. I'm acrobatic, man. Listen, this is what I do. Here
Are
we
we
go.
going to have a hero moment?
Here we go.
Hey. And it's currently set on fire.
Yeah, he's burning right now.
Go
fire
extinguish
and-
that bitch.
So he's pretty easy to see.
And get ice around them.
So yeah, I'm gonna make sure, if I can. I take it they've got a sergeant, they've got somebody in command, like with this unit.
The squads, yes, each one has a squad leader.
I'm going to put them purposely behind the militia, and the militia. So if I'm just going to
Put
mark
the scared ones in front.
No, so I'm going to be in front. Militia will be here like this. Imagine that, and then the man at arms will be at the back. And I'm going to say to whoever is in charge, if any of the militia flee, kill them.
All right, go over that again.
So I'll be at the front, right? So Theo's here. One militia is going to be here. One militia is going to be there. And then these guys, the professional soldiers, are going to be behind them. So the militia are in between me and the man at arms. So if they flee, they need to go past either one of us. And I'm going to tell whoever's in charge here, if any of the militia flee, kill them.
I don't know if they're willing to do that. Are they willing to cut down the militia?
The way I'm going to propose it is, we want them to fear us more than they fear what's outside of this gate. Fear is a great
evil at its best.
Fear is a great inspiration to continue the fight.
Fear is a great motivator.
If it comes to this,
This might not be as effective if you're explaining that right in front of the militiamen.
I'm explaining it to the squad leader. I'm not going to say, yeah, if those guys like flee, fucking kill them.
Just cut them down.
You want me to do diplomacy?
Yes, the DC is not going to be very high, but they're not going to want to kill the civilian. Go for it. He doesn't look happy with this command, but you can see his eyes, there's recognition in it, and he just nods at you without a word.
And so the militia should be right in here, and then the man at arms should be behind them, and then that should be us. Perfect.
Yeah, it'll take time to reorganize them, but I got what you mean.
So
the enemy archers.
It's a diamond formation, essentially.
The three that were still trying to trade fire with Ilya are still shooting at her. One lands a hit. Lucius and Theo will see that Ilya is got a couple arrows sticking out of her, and she shrieks a little bit as she gets another one in her shoulder. The archers on the front lines are moving down, and they are reorganizing so that they can fire at the guardsmen now. And they're going to light the guards up. That was a 19. The guards get peppered with arrows. The north squad has 3. The south squad has 2. Both squads lose 2 men as they get riddled with arrows. So both squads are nearly destroyed at this point. They're down to a man each. Ilya's up. Ilya is bleeding heavily and not having fun. But she's going to stay on the mage. She gets to fire twice. One misses, and one hits. Lucius watches an arrow sail just over the mage's shoulder, and one pop right about where his stomach would be if he had a body. The soldiers, the frontliners, are obeying their commands to get back, even though they've been almost completely decimated. They're down to a man each. But I are pulling back as ordered. Dudes at the south gate are still in combat. The dudes at the south gate are highly motivated. They are slashing shit up. And at the north, they've been ordered to withdraw and reorganize. Avalon. Your boys at the south gate are fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Put AoE heal and make them burn.
I'm really. Yeah. I'll go ahead and use my first heal here. It doesn't feel entirely good because the people with me are fine, but I'll expend a charge. So the skeletons can make a basic will save to resist the damage. And this is a second level heal as the 30-foot AoE version. Come on, don't roll shit for once.
You should not have said that.
What is the DC?
It's the class DC, right? So
it'll be your DC, I think. Well, not again. They need to pass for the will.
DC.
Well, yeah,
It's
it's
the caster
17.
DC. Say again?
17.
17. And that is a 30?
A 30.
How far is the range?
Yeah, radius is 30 feet.
So they're all hit. This is going to take me some time. Hold on.
Yeah.
Is your wisdom only a +1?
Yes.
Okay.
Question it out of game. See if Theo did become like Commissar Yarrick and got like an outcome, would Avalon love him more?
I'm pretty sure Avalon would find him to be a fucking hypocrite.
I just know how much you love Yarrick though.
I do actually.
The best part is you are simping so hard for Evelyn. It's gonna be great.
They are vulnerable to this. Evelyn, as you have long known that you can do this, that your magic has the ability to do this, you've never personally done this before. You don't quite know how this is going to work, but you raise your weapon to your chest, you slowly put some effort into a spell, and as you gently extend your hands, opening your body, waves of energy send out from you, and all of the skeletons that are hit by it, most of them fail the attempt to resist it, and they are scorched and burned, and the horrific smell of acid fills the air. They look horribly mutilated by this. You impress yourself. The soldiers near you look to you with wide eyes like, holy shit.
For my part, in my brief stun, I'm going to tell them, I'm going to say, keep your heads on your shoulders. We need to protect the temple.
You good? You got another action, I think.
No, I believe it's the AoE is 3 actions.
3 actions, right.
Yep.
The skeleton. These ones are forced to engage in combat, but these ones are more motivated than most and are going to endure the attacks of opportunity. Miss. They start to break past the guards. And once they are clear, they continue to run into.
God damn it, that's what I was worried about.
The guards do their best to hold on to the traffic as much as they can, but it is 4 against a dozen, and they can't do it all.
Can I use my reaction to holler out runners?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to do this so hard that if I can, I'd like to make a fort save. Like,
Go for
blow
it.
My voice.
Fucking yeah. Just belt that shit.
Please don't roll on that. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Evelyn just feels it in her body and she just diaphragm belts it as loud as she can. But the only ones in range to really hear this are Ilya and Nicola. So both of you make perception checks with a +3. Ilya makes her roll. Nicola, you heard it. Ilya did as well. Ilya just turns and shouts at Theodore. They're inside. And she points to the south.
Fuck up that mage. He was going to be mine.
Fast off, Lucius. They broke in south. I'll go tell them as well, since she's only telling Theo.
Nix is quiet again.
I'm sorry, I'm busy committing suicide over here.
What?
Just information you might want to know.
Just
Tell
might want to know.
He's right fucking there.
Oh, look, it's the militia that are running in
right,
terror that are
yeah,
not going to help.
What's his name? I
Who?
can't remember. Alistair. I'm going to tell
Alistair?
Alistair. Yeah, Alistair will hear me when I'm shouting at him.
Oh, fuck. Alistair's face. Oh, shit. And he points towards the south and he barks at the militia that are near him. And he's pointing at him to head south. Nicola, you're up.
I'm going to now.
The walls on the sides of the gate here are crumbling and they are falling apart.
Yeah, I'm not fussed about that. He's about to destroy them, big boy. I'm going to give. In fact, guidance. Does guidance require? What's the range on guidance? Is there a range on guidance?
I think guidance is a touch, isn't it?
It's touch
Yes,
rate.
yes.
It doesn't matter
Take
then.
this guy and shove it
I
up
was
his
about to.
Just kill that
I was
dude.
literally just about to sudden bolt him, but I wanted to see if I could do anything first.
If you got big badass spells,
Yeah,
now is
use
the
it.
time.
Kill,
Yeah,
kill,
dude is
kill him.
dangerous.
That means
Sudden
all
bolts,
undead will go
yeah.
crazy.
Sudden bolt's my first one. I'm going to go for.
Oh, we're going to put on some hero music for this shit?
Are you ready for them?
This is the part of the song that's pretty heroic.
Kami!
Yes! Yes! Yes!
This Kevin. Oh god, 23. Now
See
you
what
can
happens when you
use
listen to Nick? You fucking pretend you're sane?
Holy shit. Nicola recognizes the danger. She sees that the walls are coming apart. Drastov is, in his desperation, about to blow up an explosive near him. She's watching the militia has disintegrated in will as they've dropped their weapons and run away. She's now heard that the enemy has broken inside. Everything in her, she feels like this battle is fucked if something doesn't happen now. But something in her tells her that mage is the centerpiece of all of it. And she puts her hands together and she starts to pray to the pantheon of elven gods. Desperately, we need your help now. Everything I've ever done, let me have this moment. And she puts her hands behind her, and the air starts to strike and the clouds build around her, and the roof of the building underneath her starts to crackle with electricity. All of the air is feeding into her, and as she wrenches her hands forward, lightning itself, instead of little blasts of light, just explode off of her, and as she falls over backward, the mage is wreathed in lightning and is just flying around rack. He can't control himself and eventually just explodes into a pile of ashes. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, boy.
Nicola gets up off the ground and sees what she has done. And you feel like the gods themselves just handed you power for a moment.
I'm going to do the thing that the thinking man does in Night Museum and go, boom, boom, firepower.
Nicola had her moment in the sun. Damn, that was some nasty damage.
Yeah, boy.
Holy shit. The guards on the ground near you are like about to drop their weapons as they look at you in awe.
Hey guys, keep your weapons up. We're still fighting.
Hey, keep your head up. I did my job. Where's
Yep.
yours? Well, Is that all you got, Nicola?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay there just now.
All right. Lucius,
Oh, yeah.
you don't know what in the hell happened, but you swear lightning that usually comes from the sky to the ground originated from Nicola and slammed into that mage, and he just erupted. Holy shit, what happened?
Critical failure on the mage is what happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. He crit failed. Jesus, that was nasty.
What happened is Nicola fucked him up. That's what happened.
Nicola fucked him up. The Elven
Yep.
Pantheon fucked him up and gave Nicola the credit.
Nah, it was a Tevinter Pantheon. Elven
It was all the
Pantheon's...
Tevinters.
Yeah, Elven Pantheon's a weak.
All right. Well, with that clearly taken care of, I am making my way back to the East Gate. So I'll be 2 actions. And I see Drastov bear hugging a barrel, just cannonballing into the front lines. Is that what I'm seeing?
Oh my, this is gonna be amazing. This is gonna be amazing.
If she goes by, can I shout to him? If you're going to go after anyone, go after the ranged units at the back.
Well, you can't get there without going through the front.
No, I mean, like, if he's,
highly trained professional dwarf.
if he's going to throw anything.
Stand back. I'm a highly trained professional.
I don't know if he
they're
can.
out of range.
Yeah.
If he wants me to set off that barrel, he might be suicidal. I'm not standing next to my own explosives when it goes boom.
This was the perfect song for this whole turn.
I can't hold an action to detonate or anything. He's already taking 2 actions.
The barrel is in front of me.
Just go boom. I want to see you boom.
Okay, just because I want to be absolutely clear and fair here, because I didn't want to light that fire, though Theo told me to, so I did. Did I at any point actually hear a command or a Drastov saying, blow this bitch up? My instinct is to no, I'm not going to set it off when he's holding it. That's just not what I would do. But
well, you can see the eye contact, and I think it'd be pretty easy to recognize what his intentions are. But if you're really worried, you could hold action till after he takes his turn, because he's directly after you. And you could just react when his turn is over. It's a little bit of metagaming, but I'm okay with it. Because I want to see a giant explosion.
If I can do that mechanically, then I'm going to do that.
Yeah, you can delay your turn till after him, but it will permanently put you after him in the turn order. So your initiative is going to become a 15.2.
Gotcha. I'm fine with that completely. I'll stop there and I'll use my reaction to make that thing go boom and I'll tell him, drop it and run.
Okay, so Lucius stalls a little bit. He thinks he knows what's going on, but he's not quite sure. Drestov, you're up.
Remind me, I was instructed on how this is going to detonate. How is it going to detonate?
It has a shaped charge, so I imagine Lucius, being as methodical as he is going to have a big red letters point this way, or something like that. Point towards enemy.
We have militia and soldiers around us that I am not really going to take chances with. So yes, it would
or it'll be a big happy face on one side. That's probably what I would do.
Well, I know how explosives work.
Does Lucius believe in the WAG? So is it painted yellow, like to make it even more exploder?
Picture a mixture of Junkrat and Ziggs. There you go.
Perfect. Just for the audience and also my imagination.
Oh, this is going to be amazing. Do it.
Important question. Do I know the range of this? Look, if I need to get this even closer and put it like in here over... Oh, no, wait. Lucius, what shape does it have? Tell me.
Cone.
Okay. I am placing the barrel in here so it can cone out of the gate and get as much as it possibly could. And just angling it ever so slightly so it angles in this direction. So it also gets the range roots, and then I'm out. Bye. And then I'm going to stand in front of the old man and shield block, so, you know, nobody gets the engineer while he's doing his shit. Boom.
Just do it. Get the most kills in the campaign.
As soon as a dwarf comes over, he can see like now my face is kind of like smiling like a fucking maniac. Say, fire in the
Press
hole.
the button. Press the
Do
button.
it.
Okay.
Please do it. My
oh
boner
my
can
God.
only take so much.
I need to actually look up. So I hooked up two charges of this thing. Look and see what exactly this is gonna do.
It's gonna make the wall disappear.
It's time to
Probably.
put on the Cinder music.
Okay, I can trigger it.
This is really where the battle ends, is this turn.
Deals with bombs damage and splash damage. Inanimate object. Combine this damage for the purpose of resistance and weaknesses. This damage ignores an amount of the object's hardness equal to your level. Any creatures adjacent to the hazard take the bomb's splash damage. Similarly combined for the purpose of resistance and weakness. Okay. So I whatever the oil is going to do itself, but I guess because I put 2 Alchemist Fire moderate as charges on there, do I just roll that damage twice?
And they're vulnerable to fire, so they're going to take it twice again. It's going to be amazing. Oh, what a bullshit. All right, that's 17. They take it twice, so that's 34.
That's going to be, if you're adding it up, an additional 6 on splash. So that's 17, 23 total damage. And 4 persistent fire.
Lucius knows that this is his moment. He's been training for days to do this. All of yesterday was for this moment. And you were hoping against hope that it wouldn't come to this, but now that it has to happen. He sets his bombs, he prepares, he does one last spin of math in his mind to make sure that's exactly what he wants. And when it's down, click, boom! A massive explosion blows down what's remaining of this wall. But in the process, you can see like splinters of bones and weapons just flying and sailing through the air as nearly everything on this side is completely leveled in the blast. It was glorious. Nearly everything died.
Good job, old man. Good job.
Boom.
What remains of the skeletons are going to actually have to pass will saves. Fail. Fail. Pass. Pass. So there are 5 skeletons left. 3 of them watch what just happened and turn and fucking run away. Like, no.
No, stop running. I have a fight
Just
left
run the
to
fuck
fight.
away. Master is gone. They're no longer being dominated.
F this, I'm out.
That was amazing. Oh my. There were 2 things that I knew were going to happen in this battle, and it looks like they're going to happen back to back. Once again, my erection cannot take this much. Lucius, you done?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. Morrigan is still looking terrified, and we might find out why. She has never done this before, and she knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Morgan's about to turn into a giant spider.
Morrigan sees the skeletons are just about to clear through the barricade. All the soldiers are out of the way. Theo is out of the way. She knows she has to do this and doesn't want to. She sits on the ground and writes her little meditation circle like she's just about to go to bed right here in the middle of battle. and the air around her starts to rapidly cool. Anyone who can see her will notice the last trees that are near her all just rapidly shrivel and die and start to fall over. The soldiers that were under her influence, unfortunately, collapse to the ground as their skin starts to fall off, and they just die where they're standing.
Oh,
But in
shit.
turn, the skeletons that are outside the walls stop ripping apart the barricades. And as Morrigan starts to slowly stand like a person possessed and just slowly walks towards the enemy and right up to the barricade, the skeletons stand in awe of her and they turn and they start to massacre each other. The militia watched the squad of soldiers melt into blood and are once again fleeing in horror. The last bit of militia that are over here are still fleeing in terror. There's one squad that were accompanying Alistair who wanted them to go south, so they're going to start moving south. Alistair is hauling ass to try to catch the ones that got inside. Theo, your brain cannot process the madness that you just saw, but it is your turn.
Perfect. So,
Your professional soldiers just liquefied themselves, as what remained of your militia are no longer taunted by commissars and ran away.
Wait, why did they liquefy?
Because Morrigan's spell
resources.
supernatural, she ate them to channel her spell, which is now dominating the skeletons and forcing them to kill each other.
Ah, blood magic. Well,
She
better
drank
not
them.
tell Alistair. Better not tell Alistair. I don't care. You will.
I am going to when passing these guys, I'm going to try and remember all of the faces of these people, men and women. I'm just going to say,
If you kill them later.
I'm just going to say in passing comment, you better hope I do not find you after this battle. And I am going to stand at this door and defend it.
Okay. There's a couple archers left. They're still trading fire with Ilya because they are determined to kill her. And she hasn't been paying him any attention. She's been trying to kill the mage. One more will hit her. Ilya is bleeding heavily and is not having a good time. But she sees the mage went down and is now free to actually engage the archers. She hits one, misses the other. One archer will die. There are 2 single soldiers left over here, and now that the gates have been blown through, don't really know what to do.
Why is there only single soldiers left?
Because they were each squads of 4, and 3 of each squad died.
How are they all dead when I've taken no damage?
Because they were the ones attacked, not you.
I was standing right next to them.
They shouldn't have been in front of you at all.
Yeah.
I don't know why they moved up.
I don't know. They were being idiots. I told them to just let me eat hits. Ah.
The skeletons wanted them dead. Oh, the dudes on the south gate are fighting valiantly. And they're doing very well. They take one more skeleton out.